Johan Cruyff was a professional footballer and coach from the Netherlands. He won the Ballon d'Or 3 times as a player, in 1971, 1973, and 1974. Cruyff is generally regarded as being one of the greatest and most influential players in the history of the sport, and had been a promoter of the football theory known as total football, which was pioneered by Rinus Michels. Dutch soccer grew through obscurity and semi-professional status in the 1960s and 1970s, to be a force to reckon with in the sport. Here we take a look at some pretty unknown facts about Cruyff. 1. Cruyff was almost signed by Leicester City in 1981. Johan was reportedly willing to join manager Jock Wallace at Leicester's Filbert Street Stadium, but after 3 weeks of negotiations, he decided to join the Spanish club Levante. 2. Cruyff refused to follow the norm while naming his son. We all know that Johan Cruyff has a son named Jordi Cruyff who played for Barcelona and Manchester United. We also know that he wasn't as good a footballer as his father was. And to be fair to him, not many players were or are. However, what few people know is that his name, Jordi, was kept in somewhat controversial circumstances. The patron saint of Catalonia is named Jordi. So when the registrar came to know of the Dutchman's intentions to name his son that, he asked him to change it. However, he didn't oblige. 3. In 2010, the International Astronomical Union (IAU) named a planetoid after Cruyff. He wasn't only a great football player, he also helped others with his foundation. And that is why he is the first Dutch sports champion to shine in the sky, it was said at the time. 4. Cruyff was assured that his skill was worth a fortune from a young age, and he proved to be a skilled negotiator. He was among the first players to sign a full professional contract with Ajax at the age of 18, and he demanded and received 4 times the amount the club wanted. 5. He became a footballer as a tribute to his father. Parents are the biggest security a child could have. They are the ones that guard the child and try to give them what they require. Some children are unfortunate in the sense that they lose one or both of their parents at a very young age. Johan Cruyff was one of those kids. At the age of 13, he had to go through the unspeakable pain of losing his father due to a heart attack. Most boys of his age would give up their dream of becoming a footballer and doing a job in order to financially support a family hovering around the poverty line. However, Johan Cruyff was made of something else. His father's passing away made him even more determined to become a footballer as, for him, it was a way to pay tribute to his pops. Ultimately, thanks to the sacrifices of his mother, who worked as a cleaner at Ajax, and the inspiration of his stepfather, he became the greatest Dutch footballer of all time. 6. He was heavily into baseball. While he made his name as an astute footballer, it could have been different as Johan Cruyff was a very talented baseball player in his early teens. Indeed, not only was he on the football side of Ajax's academy, but he also was associated with the baseball section, and showed tremendous talent as a pitcher and a catcher behind the plate. However, his love for football meant that he quit the baseball division and became fully devoted to the beautiful game at the age of 15. 7. Didn't play in the 1978 World Cup. For years, tabloids ran a lot of versions of this story, his refusal to play the 1978 World Cup, in a tournament where the Orange finished runners-up. To this day, many Dutch fans believed that their nation would have won the World Cup had their greatest player been playing. Many reasons were cooked up about him not joining the camp with the Netherlands and Argentina, with the most prevalent being that his beloved wife, Dani Koster, forbidding him from doing so over fears that he may cheat on her. However, as mentioned in the previous slide, Cruyff revealed the real reason for his decision to not go to the 1978 World Cup was the kidnapping attempt. All these things change your point of view towards many things. There are moments in life in which there are other values, he said. We wanted to stop this and be a little more sensible. It was the moment to leave football and I couldn't play in the World Cup after this. 8. In 1987, Cruyff took over as manager of Barcelona. Cruyff already named his cat General Franco, so it was bad news for him. With his relocation to Catalonia, he would have to drastically alter his lifestyle. Regrettably, he changed the unfortunate cat's name to Alfredo Di Stefano, oblivious to the fact that it was identical to the former Real Madrid legend. 9. Cruyff was once asked by a Dutch magazine who he would invite to his ideal dinner party. Roy Chubby Brown, Mike Tyson, Sue Pollard, Harpo Marx, and Henry Winkler were among Cruyff's top choices. 10. Held hostage at gunpoint. You are sitting at your home with all comforts around you. You feel safe inside, that you are invulnerable within the walls. But that is not always the case, certainly wasn't with Johan Cruyff on a fateful day in 1977. As he was enjoying his time with the family, a group of kidnappers broke into his home and held him hostage at gunpoint while also tying his wife up in front of the children, in his flat in Barcelona. Speaking to Catalunya Radio in 2008, Cruyff said, "You should know that I had problems at the end of my career as a player here, and I don't know if you know that someone had put a rifle at my head and tied me up and tied up my wife in front of the children at our flat in Barcelona." That's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, kindly like the video and subscribe to our channel.